Are you afraid that your manifestation will not happen, or that there's a possibility for it not showing up, or maybe showing up in time because you have a deadline? Well, if any of this situation applies to you, my love, I invite you to stay with me, because today I'm gonna show you exactly what I do when I face fear when it comes to my manifestations, yeah? In today's video, you're gonna learn not only how to deal with fear, but also how to dissolve it. Because after I'm gonna explain some things, and obviously if you allow yourself to understand them, you're gonna see that fear makes literally no sense. So it's gonna dissolve on its own. Not only that, maybe this is gonna be the video which is gonna finally make the click for you in what has to do with the certainty of manifestation. You're gonna see, my love, that with manifestation, there's no maybes or ifs. Manifestation is a guarantee. So without any further ado, my love, let's jump in. I have a lot to say. So, my love, if you come and say to me that you're afraid that maybe your manifestation will not happen in the future, and I don't care if it's near future or distant future, well, I already understand a few things about you. First of all, your approach is wrong. You're treating manifestation as you're treating 3D, in a sense of, I do this to get that. I do this today to get that tomorrow, which is not how manifestation works. Second of all, when I hear you putting in the same sentence manifestation and future, I understand that maybe your idea of manifestation may be wrong altogether, because you may think that manifestation is the harden into fact part, the materialization of your desire. And you disregard completely the most important part, which is the being part, which makes the physical part even possible. So let me explain a few things to you here. My love, manifestation and future do not go together in the same sentence. They contradict each other. They cancel each other, if you will. Because manifestation is instantaneous. And for the future part, well, the future doesn't exist. It's only the now moment. It's the same now moment over and over and over again. So thinking in these terms of being afraid that your manifestation won't come true, this is not a thing. But let me show you now why fear doesn't make sense. So first of all, if fear had any place in this equation, it would not be in the future. Like you being afraid that you ain't gonna get what you want in the future. If you want to be afraid of anything, be afraid of not having it now inside of you. Because not having it now will most probably translate into not having it in the future either. Do you see it? So I'm not telling you to be afraid. Don't get me wrong. This is not the message. I'm telling you that if fear made sense, it would make a lot more sense in the now, being afraid of not having it now, not being afraid of not having it in the future. Do you see it, my love? Now let me give you an even better reason for why, like, fear doesn't make sense when it comes to your manifestation. So manifesting starts with you occupying a state. What's that? How do you occupy a state? Well, you decide that things are a certain way. Just like you decided right now that you don't have what you want, you can go ahead and decide that you do have what you want. And you know what happens the moment you enter a state? You're already there. So there's no future. Manifestation is instantaneous. So you being afraid of not manifesting something, or that your manifestation ain't gonna happen in the future, is like you saying that you ain't gonna be able to experience something. But my love, it's a guarantee. So let's say that I decide to experience somebody as they are in love with me. So once I step into the experience of them being in love with me, well, I'm already there. I'm gonna instantaneously start experiencing just this. So being afraid of not having it in the future makes no sense, because I'm already there now. I'm already experiencing it. Do you see what I'm trying to say here, babes? So manifestation is instantaneous. What you may refer to actually here is the visible part of it, the hardening to fact part of it, the materialization. Okay, but this also doesn't make sense, because the moment you step into experiencing something, you're gonna automatically start seeing it. even in places that you didn't see it before. Let me give an example here with a comment on the channel, yeah? So the other day, somebody came across as rude to me, yeah? I can give you the reason why I thought this person was rude. It doesn't really matter. I want you to understand that I started from the premise that this person was rude to me. And then I saw what I was doing. And I said to myself, Alexandra, do you want rude people on your channel? Do you want to experience this side? Because you don't have to, girl. Like, it's completely optional. So I decided that, you know what? I don't care what she says or he says. I don't know if it's a she or a he. But I decided that this person is my biggest fan ever. She was basically like criticizing my way of explaining things and more stuff, you know. And I said, you know what? You're my biggest fan. And you love me precisely because I don't sound like a 1,000 years old monk. That you love me precisely because of my quirky personality. Now, guess what happened straight after the decision? I go look in my comment section to see if I have to answer to somebody else, you know. And then I find this same person commenting under other people's comments. And because I decided that they are my biggest fan, this time I did not see rudeness anymore. And it didn't matter the words she used or he used. This time around I saw passion. I was like, oh, this person is truly into me and into my audience. I was able to see that, well, this person comes from a place of trying to help, not to criticize me. Do you understand how you're gonna get to see what was invisible to you all along in the same place? But my love, I cannot explain to you this unless you step into it yourself. I cannot explain to you what you're gonna see once you step into the wish fulfilled, because that's a very personal thing and very intimate thing to you. I just want you to understand the following. You can decide whatever, whenever, like how do you want to experience whatever you have at hand right now. And then the moment you decided how you want to experience something, you step into the experiencing of it just as your meaning implies. It's instantaneous. There's no future. There's no waiting. There's no fear, because see how it doesn't make any sense anymore? I cannot be afraid of this person being rude anymore in the future, yeah, or getting more comments, more rude comments, because I'm not going to see them as such in the first place anymore. Because I decide my experience. I may not be able to decide over what y'all do, but I can decide about my own experience, how I take things, yeah? This is key. So do you see how manifestation is a guarantee, my love? Because it's a guarantee. If I want to experience you as rude, I'm going to just experience you as rude. There's no ifs. There's no maybes. Now, if I want to experience you as a nice person, then you're going to be a nice person to me, no matter what you say and do. There's no ifs and buts. There's no future. There's no waiting. There's no fear of it not happening, because I'm there. Babes, it's so hard to explain it with other words. I'm really sorry, but it's so simple that I don't know. It's so simple. You'll keep on asking me, but how do I see my SP differently? Because this and that. You are trying basically to slap another point of view on the already point of view that you have. Like, you already see them as not prioritizing you, and you try from here to see how they prioritize you. You can't. And to apply this to the example from earlier, yeah, of this person that seemed rude to me. So you're basically asking, I'm seeing this person rude. How can I not see this person rude from seeing them rude? You can't. You can't. You have to turn the page. Like, you cannot slap one point of view over another. Or you cannot expect to see what you would see if you had another point of view that you would be looking from. Do you understand? This is not done by trying. You do not have to believe anything. You don't have to convince yourself of anything. You just have to be willing to see that which you think you're desiring right now. What do you want? To be loved, to be rich, to be healthy. Well, show yourself all these things. They are there in the same place where the opposite is. Because there's not even opposite. There's only one, whole. And please let me know in the comment section how you understand this, because it's important. And I know nobody's talking about manifestation in this fashion, because everybody makes out of manifestation a fucking ritual. It's not a ritual. Unless you, well, if you want to go that route, okay, my love, but I know a far better, simpler way, which is step into it. You're there. You were already there all along. It's just that you told yourself that you were not there, so you couldn't see it. But it was there, and it's going to be there all along, because there's only the now. And the now contains the all the time, all at once, forever. You don't have a problem of that which you want not existing, and that you have to create it. You only have to reveal it to yourself. It was there. It's always there. Do you get it, my love? And I understand this may be hard for people, because we are not used to change our minds at will. We are used to have very set in stone opinions and conclusions about everything. And then we just go through life and we keep on reinforcing those conclusions. And then we ask ourselves what we do wrong. Why is money still hard for me? Why are men, women the certain way that I perceive them to be? And you try to search for solution on the outside. What to do more, what to do less. None of this is going to work ever unless you change your mind about how you perceive these things. You have to change from inside, my love. And a change from inside is just this. Let me see something else. And I get it, my love. Again, if this is very difficult for you to do, you cannot do this alone. Well, let me help you one-on-one. By the way, I just pre-launched the Love and SP challenge. It's going to be for 4 weeks. You're going to learn a lot of stuff, my love. First of all, how to stop sabotaging yourself by looping the old story over and over and over again. Then I'm going to teach you exactly how I do this. You're going to be unstoppable, because you can show yourself whatever you want in whatever you want. And that life has to obey you. There's no other way. Once you step into a new perspective, you step into a new reality altogether. This is how you make reality obey. By you taking the lead. By you showing yourself only what you want to see. Because there's no objective reality out there ever. You cannot go wrong. This is not the law of guessing what happens in 3D. It's the law of deciding what happens in 3D. This is an assumption, decision, choice. You may think you know, because it sounds so logical in your head, yeah? Like, you may think you know why some things happened, or what some things mean, or what your SP said means, or blah, blah. You don't know. You're assuming. The conclusion that you have in your head about your world may sound very loud. It may even seem to have logic to it, yeah? But it's just an assumption. Everything is an assumption. You assume you have a subconscious mind, then you have one. With all the rules that come with having a subconscious mind and impregnating it and blah, blah. If you think you need to affirm, then you're gonna need to affirm. If you think you need to, I don't know. Or if you think there's a system outside of you that goes against you, that can punish you, that people outside you are in charge and you're nobody. Well, that's the experience you're gonna have, my love. You can do whatever you want. This is what we mean when we say you are God. You are everything. But you can give yourself the experience of not being something. You can give yourself the experience of being small in front of the world and placing your power outside and making 3D your source, if you want. That's how powerful you are. Okay, I'm gonna leave it here. If you want to join the challenge, I'm gonna leave the link in the description down below and in the comment section. Spots are limited, my love, because I'm only one person and I don't want to like burn myself out, okay? I highly recommend it, because if you hear me in these videos and it doesn't click, well, chances are that you need me to explain it to you on your situation. And most of the times, my love, I can't take a comment and write down a novel, yeah? Okay, bye-bye. Talk to you soon.